Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again, and please, if you're not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos on YouTube. All right, we're looking at Oyo State, what is happening there. The former governor of Oyo State, Ajimobi, is late now and has been buried. Unfortunately, Makinde, who is the current governor, did not pay him any visit, and there had been a lot of quarrels here and there, especially over the 45 plots of land that the Ajimobis claim it's theirs. There's a lot of currently, I think there's a litigation in respect to that. So, but then Governor Wike of the Rivers State had decided to come up to play out the inadequacies in the relationship subsisting between the current governor and the family of the former governor of Oyo State. That, according to him, he said what Oyo State, present-day Oyo State governor Makinde did was actually not good enough. It clearly shows there was no emotional. He's not developed emotionally. That's how I see it. But first of all, let us read it. I'm going to read the statement, and then me and my colleague, we are going to spend some time and just look at this. And I think I understand where Nyesom Wike is coming from. So let's just read it and we'll be back. And the statement says here, he said, I think one major virtue the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde lacked is emotional intelligence. You can still be the governor of a whole legal requirement in respect of whatever land the state is in dispute with the late Senator Ajimobi, yet stand tall and make sure all honor due to the former governor and your predecessor is accorded him and his family, especially knowing that the same late governor Ajimobi reached out to you when he learned that you got infected with the same COVID-19. Sickness and death is one thing that should take away every political consideration and bring out our humanity. Now, if I were Makinde, when Ajimobi was sick, I would have made sure I visited him, and if his doctor did not allow a visit, I will go to his home and visit his wife and wish him a quick recovery, and also ask the wife to please give me a call if the family needed any help. I will give the former First Lady my direct line. In fact, I will go there unannounced to forestall any objection. In the eventual death of Ajimobi, I will lead the state ESCO to pay a condolence visit and also allow the widow of the Oyo State Governor Readiness to be of assistance towards the burial plan. In fact, I will ask the widow to please allow the Oyo State government one day in the burial plans to pay homage to a former governor of the state. Considering the alleged dispute land where the Ajimobis intended to bury their late father and husband but was not allowed due to the litigation over the land, if I were Makinde, I would ask that 3 plots be carved out of the 45 in dispute and be allocated to the late governor so he can be buried there as the family wishes. Even if based on litigation he's not able to do anything concerning the land, his support, care, concern, and reaching out since Ajimobi had been sick would have made the Ajimobi family concede on the land issue without any problem. I will declare one day of mourning in Oyo State in honor of the former governor and stand by the wife all through the burial rites. Ajimobi was a former governor of Oyo State, not Oyo APC. Makinde is governor of Oyo State, not Oyo PDP. I wish Makinde understand this and act accordingly instead of all controversy and irresponsible press releases upon your predecessor's death. You see, most politicians in Nigeria lack tact and also think they would be in office forever. I don't care who is right or wrong, which of the party is reading this and is supporting between Makinde, Oyo State Governor, and the Ajimobis. One thing is sure: you don't play politics when death occurs. You bury the hatchet and you let your humanity speak to high heavens. It will not cost you a dime. Makinde have nothing to lose if he has done all that I enumerated above, but a lot to gain. First, respect for him will sow even among the opposition in Oyo State. What pained me most is that he is of my generation. I expect he should have a new way of thinking on how to play politics. Those were the words of Wike to Makinde. All right, my colleague is in the house, and we want to look at this, taking into consideration what Wike said to Makinde. What do you think will be the reaction of Makinde, and how do you think this may affect their relationship?
Well, Makinde is quite matured. One would expect him. This is just an advice, but I would have preferred it not being said in social media. If he's his friend and his party partner, a member of the same party, I would have expected him to call him on phone and said, "Guy, what you've done is not so nice. You don't play politics with death and the sickness. There's not everything really that should actually see this social media space, but be that as it may, he has already made it public. I feel if I was to be Makinde, of course I'm not Makinde, if I was to be Seyi Makinde, I would totally ignore it because the deed has been done.
Exactly.
But on a lighter note now, let's look at this very critically. We won't have taken Makinde, Seyi Makinde. Just called courtesy visit. It's also called courtesy visit, called condolence visit. At that point, if he had, done that to him when he had COVID-19, one would have expected him to reciprocate, if not for anything, for the fact that they were both, he was one-time governor. In fact, past
two times governor.
Past governor of the state before Seyi Makinde. So it's not as if he was a long-time governor in the past. So it's just, we wouldn't have taken him anything to just pay condolence visit to the wife, and also, heartfelt greetings to them. I don't know, but that may be taken into the extreme, saying it should be given 1 day holiday. That may be a bit to the extreme, because if you want to be going by that way, that means every governor that had passed through Oyo State to be given 1 day holiday each time they die. Because if you start that, then you should continue it. Okay, but then that's it for me. I feel that he should have just, but it's too late right now to amend his ways.
Okay, thank you very much. Personally, I like to pitch my tent with Wike in some of the things he had said. I think it's when it comes to death and sickness and death, especially death, it's a pathway, whether you like it or yes, is a pathway that every one of us will pass through. You understand? So whether there are disputes or no disputes and all of that, being that he is a two-time governor of Oyo State and the immediate past governor of Oyo State, I feel that 1 full day wouldn't have stopped anything. Let's mourn our past governor, give 1 full day holiday to all Oyo State indigene, and they mourn him, because that's the last thing you can ever give to him. That's how I'm seeing it. The other person, someone can say, how about Kerry? Despite his level of influence, he wasn't granted 1 day. That was an appointee, political appointee. We're talking about someone that the whole Oyo State looked at him and they said, we love this man. And they put him in power for the first 4 years. And the next 4 years, they came out again and they said, we love this man. And, he was given another opportunity to serve the people for 4 years. Whether he did wrong or did good or whatever way, the truth of the matter is, he has served the people for 8 years. He deserves, as he's leaving this world, a standing ovation by the people to respect him and tell him, farewell, you did noble, you had a lot of issues here and there, but the truth of the matter is he left Oyo State in a safe hand, which is Seyi Makinde. And whether they have party differences or whatever, I think he would have done that. That will give him, just like this guy had said, Wike had said, he would have given him some high level respect. And guess what? Even in his forthcoming election, to some extent, the way they would have handled it would have been with some level of understanding, being that this man is so matured in his action. I feel that way.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
When you say Oyo State people all gathered together and say, we love this man and we elected him the first time. Hold on, I'm coming. And you went again and said, the second tenor, they now said they love this man and they re-elected him. Are you speaking about Nigerian politics?
I am talking in the light of the result we saw. because whatever result we saw,
In
guess what?
Okay.
When we talk about election malpractice, it's not only in Nigeria. I can assure you it happened even in the United States of America, virtually everywhere, but
we all
not
know,
to the degree that we are seeing here.
But we all know that in Nigeria, that someone won an election does not mean that the people love that man.
Yeah, that's true.
Where I'm actually trying to draw my conclusion.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, he was the governor of Oyo State then. Doesn't mean that the whole people loved this man.
Exactly.
And it also doesn't mean that it's people's votes.
But he used his 8 years
to
serve the people.
Because I'm trying to lay that correction. Because some persons may believe that he should have given them 1 day holiday. Some persons may look at it, what did he really do?
Yeah.
Some or your indigenous will come out and tell you that the late, usually in Nigeria, we don't usually like to talk about the ill of the dead.
Yes.
But we all know that Ajimobi at some point looted.
Yeah. All governors, guess what? Seyi Makinde will loot at one point. By the time they begin to carry out the investigation, it's a normal norm for Nigerian politicians. We hate it. But as at the point of his departure from this world, I think as at that point, forget about whatever he had done. That's politics in Nigeria. We don't have a polished politics here. We have politics of looting and all of that. But he's leaving the war. Everything that he has in wherever he's here in this world. And he's leaving. So if he had served the people for 8 years, every time you talk about in 2017, you're talking about your state, you're making mention of making mention of Ajimobi and the likes. And God, eat for just that. Not that he was a good guy, We are not judging him because the judgment is in the hand of God,
The only thing I would say here is that Seyi Makinde would have played a bit more matured.
Exactly.
By, extending hands of fellowship at that point where they needed it. Yes, there have been land disputes. Yes, the Seyi Makinde has been angry over 46 plots, acres or so thereabouts. 45 days that has been in court for a while. He should have set aside court hearing and do this. The humanity part of him.
Exactly, it's overly important.
That's just basically it. But other than that, it doesn't change the court ruling.
It doesn't change anything.
After that, we move back to the court as legal people.
Exactly.
But
people will respect you for it.
The deed has been done.
Exactly.
I don't know if you cannot do it, but then that's how it is.
I think, just like you rightly say, it's been done, so there's nothing anybody can do about it. But it's just opportunity for other people to learn, and we keep moving on. That's where we're going to leave it. Go to our comment section. Do you think that the words of Wike to Makinde